Hi, boys and girls. It is Monday, April 13th. I hope everyone had a wonderful Easter. Let's go ahead and get started on today's lesson to keep the video nice and short because I know you guys like a short video. All right, guys, you can see my screen, and we're going to move on to slide 2. I'm going to go through the whole slideshow and tell you what you're doing today. We're still working on main idea and central idea, so we're going to practice in a different way. We're going to practice writing some main ideas today and a central idea, and making sure that we are using our word reference and not repeating the same words over and over again. So let's take a look. See if you can catch on really quickly what our topic is. All right, our first slide has images of things you would use in a football game. For example, we have our field, we have an example of a helmet, we have some football pads, and we have a football. So if you look at each of the details, there's a sentence written for each one. And it tells you what kind of sentence to do here on this slide. It says, write detailed sentences for the images. Be sure to explain what does it look like and why is it important in your details. So that's what we did here. First of all, we took the first item, the football field, and we said football is played on a field that has 100 yards for the players to move the ball from one point to their end zone to the other to score. So that tells us what the field looks like and what is it used for. The next one says, another important supply for football is the helmet. It is hard and rounded with wire guard that protects the heads and faces of the players. So that tells us what this helmet is, what it looks like, and what it is used for. And then it tells us the same about the pads. Pads are worn by players in this contact sport to protect players from tackles and falls. Notice that that detail didn't use the word football anywhere because it instead used this contact sport, which is a word reference. And then finally, we need a football. And a football is used to play football. It looks like an oblong ball that ends in points, which is important for throwing it long distances and kicking it. So obviously, what do we have? What is our topic? Our topic is equipment needed for football. Now, just because that's our topic doesn't make that our main idea statement, because it has to be a complete sentence. So we know that it's all about the items you need for football. So let's take and put that into a main idea sentence. So let's see. We have a helmet and pads, which are both meant to keep you safe while playing the game. So maybe we should include something about safety in our main idea. We also have the helmet and we have the entire field, which don't have anything to do with safety. They have to do with the game itself. So I can say something like, you will need a variety of supplies to play the game of football safely. There we go. There's my main idea. It's a complete sentence. It includes, it talks about a variety of supplies, and all my details are the supplies. So they all support my main idea perfectly. All right, we're going to go on to the next slide. And what sport do you see this one's about? This one's about baseball. So let's see. We've got 5 things here. Where do you think they're going to go? Well, let's go one at a time. Let's first read the directions. It says drag and drop the details into the detail boxes and the main idea sentence into the main idea box. So we're going to specifically look for a detail about the baseball, specifically a detail about the helmet, the bat, and the baseball diamond. We're going to drag and drop those here, and then we're going to try to find a main idea sentence. One of the 5 sentences written for you is the main idea. It is a sentence that is supported by all those details, okay? So you're going to do that as your first task. Then you're going to go on down and you're going to choose. That's right. If you're listening to my video, I'll know you're paying attention because you'll only have to choose one of these 2 slides. You're going to do slide 5. You get to pick. Are you more of a soccer person or are you more of a basketball person? So if you're more of a soccer person, you can do the sentences, the detail sentences, and the main idea sentence, kind of like when we did the grab bags in class earlier on in the year. We pulled things out, we wrote a sentence about it, and then we came up with the main idea sentence. You're going to do that same thing here or here. So you have to choose. You don't have to do both slides 5 and 6. You get to just do one or the other. And if you're watching this video, you'll know those directions. I'm not going to write those directions anywhere. So I'll know if you watch the video by if you do both slides or just the one. Okay, moving on to slide 7. The slide 7 is the most important part of this slide. We did a lot of main idea stuff throughout the year, but central idea is pretty new to us. So this is going to be really where I'm going to be looking. Remember that the central idea is what are all the main ideas combined? What do they all have in common? What are they all about? And if you look back at the 4 slides, you can tell they're all about sports. Yeah, obviously sports. But what about sports? And what should we have learned from reading this article or this essay on sports? So what I want you to do first is you can go ahead and fill in the topic. You can just write sports, or to me, it's more about the sports equipment. It's more about the stuff you're going to need to play those sports. And obviously, we're not going to just put sports equipment in our central idea statement because it must be a complete sentence. So you're going to think about all the different slides and you're going to put those into one central idea statement. What is the overall article probably about if you were to write this up into paragraphs and into sections? Okay, think about what the headings would be. Think about what your title would be. That might help you come up with a central idea statement. How would you write this introduction paragraph to this essay? Okay, that's what you're going to think about. All right, once you've got that done, go back and check your work. And then, of course, your assignment was just a little shorter today, so we're going to go ahead and start our 40 minutes of Lexia. So once you've got this assignment turned in, your 40 minutes of Lexia done for the day, you are finished. All right, and remember, you only need 40 minutes a week. So I assigned it on Monday, but of course it's due by the end of the week. And let me know if you have any questions. I'll be online at 1:30 today, just like every